Talking about the fact that it was also still serves double duty as a transport.
Yes, that's right. It's a freighter. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. The Air Atlantique DC-3 also, I think.
And the Sea Fury at 1:45. More later. Excellent. That's Lieutenant Cedric Louis, known as Root. 30 years old. Né à Strasbourg, pilote moniteur à l'école de l'aviation de chasse.
Show off.
This, of course, the jet training aircraft used by the Royal Air Force. Now we've got a nice succession of roles.
Produced the best display yesterday.
Now, tell us, Penny, what are we going to be seeing? Because yesterday there was a superb
rotary elements of the Army Air Corps. It was led by the Beaver, and that was Major Bill Wright. He's a team leader this year. The 9-cylinder Pratt & Whitney radial engine.
The Blue Eagles commentator, so that we can have the Penny and Adrian double act. So, Adrian, over to you, sir.
It takes a little while.
A very unique side here, ladies and gentlemen, not just the mixed fixed wing and rotary formation. From both Army Air Corps teams, both the winners of the joint winners of the best team in show prize yesterday. But I understand, Penny, as well, you're fairly unique yourself, as much as you're the first female squadron commander. Come on, make it, Penny.
Well, it's nice to see that the Army Air Corps haven't had women in the Army Air Corps for long, so we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, that really is a splendid sight, is it not?
Hopefully next year we're bringing into service in the Army, the British Army, the Apache helicopter, which will replace the role of the Lynx that you've seen fly past. And there is an intent.
And behind that, Connor Campbell, Mr. Connor Campbell, a Babcock instructor at the Royal Air Force. And at the front of this big formation is the Augusta Belle Sioux, and that's flown by our senior NCO, Staff Sergeant Tony Cook. And he's a Lynx since 1984, and later transferred to the Army Air Corps and air crew before being selected for pilot training. After serving in many theatres of operation, he was selected to attend the Central Flying Scholars Club. Very lucky to have a full display for you here today, and obviously yesterday as well. The former scout pilot who was specialised for the majority of the season until August was unfortunately grounded. So Keith Bryan stepped into the breach. He was actually last year's scout pilot. He was very kindly flown over from Northern Ireland. That's based in He's a regimental qualified. These two aircraft then will perform a crossover brake to your front, followed by coordinated turns left and right. Beaver is this year's team leader and is his 4th year with the HAF. Bill initially joined the Army Air Corps as an air crewman and later passed his pilot's course in 1979. He has served in BAOR, UK, Northern Ireland, Canada, amassing over 7,000, and is currently the head of the Rotary Wing Policy Branch Defence Aviation Safety Centre. And he's, next year he's going to be the chief flying instructor, so I can't be rude because he's going to be my boss next year. Okay, the rotary section there, if you look to your right, join us briefly again for a small formation flyby. And another good opportunity to photograph these fantastic aircraft. In the Alouette is Captain Chris Gill. Chris joined the Royal Navy in 1972 and then transferred to the Army as an artillery officer, and that was in the mid-70s. He gained his Army wings in 81 and flew with the Gazelle during the Falklands campaign, and then the Alouette in Cyprus before retiring. And he's been a member of the TA for over 10 years. Now if you look to your front, up goes the... Now the Augusta AOP Mark 9 is a derivative of the Taylorcraft Augusta 1 that equipped the first operational AOP squadron, 651 Squadron. That's perhaps the most major operational theatres in World War II. Supporting their artillery units, and they learnt to evade the enemy fighters by developing the sort of nap of the earth flying techniques. Fixed wing now is turning downwind, and they'll be landing fairly shortly off. Thank you very much for watching our display. As always, it's our privilege and honour to be here, and we hope you enjoyed the team perform as much as they have flying. I mean, I've only been working for the team for this season, but it is an absolutely fantastic job to be able to not only work with the pilots, but also these aircraft. We wouldn't, however, be here without...
that was an unplanned plug, ladies and gentlemen. www.deltaweb.co.uk. That's the rotary wing coming to hover. I mean, this is a beautiful display pattern. Not only does it fill the sky with aircraft, it's so...
shortly doing their sort of incredible manoeuvres, but we're really showing off the aircraft here. And I think that's what the important thing to remember. So it's sort of gentle manoeuvres. We have to preserve them because we want to fly them, you know, in another sort of 50 years' time is the plan.
Far better in the air than in a museum, eh?
Oh, very much so, very much so. Let's say thank you again for watching our display. And if you've got any queries or questions about our aircraft or about shooting aircraft, we've also got to say the information on the website. So thank you again.
The historic aircraft flight of the Army Air Corps, taxi off to the left, running in shortly.
The two pairs of gazelles, two left, two right, across Eagle lead and Eagle 4 across to the right, and Eagle 3 and 5 across to the left. They'll shortly coming back towards the centre for a 270-degree wing over, which will then see them fly out in the same direction the Lynx is now flying. Focus on the Lynx now in the distance. It's going to perform an amazing manoeuvre. You really won't see a helicopter perform this ever again. You actually see a helicopter perform a loop. And over she goes. And now the two pilots, Ed Smith and Graham Wishart, are going to pull the Lynx up. Establish the hover, turn the aircraft to the right, and you'll see them perform another signature manoeuvre for the Blue Eagles Lynx. They'll perform what's called the back flip, and you'll just see the aircraft flip over its tail and fly out to the right. Fantastic. Across to the right, another 180-degree pedal turn. As they cross over the bottom there, nice and tight crossover. On the 3 is, on the left is Eagle 3, Stuart Pearce. As I said, dedicated 49.1 miles per hour. Flying forwards in that case rather than reverse. Shortly they'll put the cycling stick forward and you'll see the aircraft perform a 90 degrees nose down again. It's a fantastic photo opportunity if you can catch it just right. Celebrating with some of that fizzy lemonade last night.
Well, what a fantastic pair of displays, combined displays, award-winning displays we had there. And I think never in the field of human conflict have so many commentators been gathered in one commentary position together, because we've got Red 10, we've got the 3 commentators we just had in the of the Army display as well.
We're just trying to make you feel wanted.
Oh, thank you so much. Makes me feel nervous, actually.
Just helping you out.
We get to remove the headphones. That's it, thanks. Okay. And we've got lots...
Lieutenant Steve Underwood. I'm the Road Manager and Ground Safety Officer for the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. We've talked about the weather. I'm expecting the rolling display from Red 1. I'd say we need 1,800 feet to do that today, so it'll be quite skinny rolls out there. The Red Arrows are celebrating our 40th display season this year. The team was formed in 1965, and since that time we've displayed in 52 countries around the world and carried over 3,700 who collectively ensure we produced 9 aircraft for every display throughout the very demanding season. At the presentation earlier, Jock Maitland very kindly presented us. We'd like to dedicate this display to you, Jock. The Red Arrows formed its first UK public display on the 12th of May 1965 here at Biggin Hill, so it's a special venue for the team. So if you look out to your right-hand side, the first half is large-scale formation aerobatics. The second half, hopefully where Alchemy and Tyone, much more dynamic. The aircraft will split into 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 aircraft. Pay attention to your right, to your left and straight ahead to your 12 o'clock. We now look into our 2 o'clock above the trees for the nose lights of the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. Over the tower to your right-hand side, the coloured smokes on. Reds 1, 2 and 3 trail red smokes. 4, 5, 8 and 9 white smoke. 8 and 9 roll back into the formation. In Big Vixen, to your right-hand side, I'd like to present the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team for 2004. Please put your hands together for the Red Arrows. The team have now been called into 9-arrow formation. They're presently flying at 400 miles an hour, just 300 feet above the ground. During our 11 o'clock, the smoke comes on, and the team are called into Delta formation, a formation first used by the 1965 display team. So to your 12 o'clock, the smoke comes off. We have Reds 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 flying line abreast at the front, followed by 6, 8 and 9, and Red 7 forming the letter D, Delta. The sun glints off the airframes to our 2 o'clock. The angle of bank increases, the G increases. The smoke comes on for the Delta bend. Smoke's on and the formation has changed to Concorde. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing this beautiful aircraft over the skies of the UK anymore. This is our tribute to that majestic aircraft. The Red Arrows have a long and majestic relationship with this aircraft. Those who saw us flying down the Mall for the Jubilee celebrations, a great day for the team. But from your left-hand side, the smoke comes on for the Concorde bend.
Blank. Now, blank.
To the right of Red 1 we look now is Red 2, Flight Attendant Anthony Parkinson. Park is unusually in his 4th year with the team, having flown the number 2, the number 4 and number 8 positions for the last 3 years. Initially flew the Phantom F4, the Tornado F3, the F3 display pilot in the year 1999 and 2000, and he flew the F-16 whilst on exchange with the Dutch Air Force. Parky has been displaying here at Biggin for the last 6 years, with his 2 years as the Tornado F3 display pilot, and he would like to dedicate today's display from him to Ted and Rosemary's parents who are in the audience today. From your left-hand side, the angle of bank increases. The formation is Gripen for the Gripen bend. Team fly away to your right-hand side to Typhoon. The Royal Air Force has formed its first Typhoon Squadron, number 17 Squadron, and took delivery of its first Typhoon aircraft in December last year. In your 1 o'clock, 1,000 feet above the ground, the nose lights point back towards us. Cameras at the ready as the angle of bank changes. The smoke comes on for the Typhoon bend.
Holding. Blank. Now. Smoke on. Go.
It's a great view of the team to your 12 o'clock. Team flyway to your left-hand side. It's worth remembering that each team pilot actually formates off Red 1, the lead aircraft, and not the aircraft next to him. So Reds 4 and 5 smoking on the wings into Feathered Arrow.